Like this.
Yeah. Hi, friends. Welcome back to Shut Up, Tell Me More. Today is a full circle moment for me. I'm sitting here with successful, amazing comedian Michael Lenoci. We went to high school together. So from the halls of Taravella High School to selling out and going to comedy clubs all over, selling out my heart.
Too many compliments. Just a mediocre white guy.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I have to say, I'm so impressed with you. I really am.
Thank
Your
you.
job is the hardest thing ever.
It can be.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard. I mean, look, I had a hard time. It's hard to come up with jokes that work.
It's incredibly hard, and I want to get into your process. I saw you last night.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, girl from the front row, did you end up hooking up?
The one I was flirting with?
Yes.
I got her number.
So
and I texted her a couple hours ago.
So good.
So what are you gonna do later?
After.
She came. So the thing was, I don't usually talk like this, but there was I had a few. I was overwhelmed, and I was working the room and making sure they were all happy. I was because we went back to Memphis's bar, No Man in Fort Lauderdale, and they all came out, and I was just hey, thanks for coming out, and I was talking to them all, but I was bouncing around scatterbrain. But she was really beautiful.
She was so pretty.
So pretty. And it was
was she by herself?
Yeah, then I was
But she was a fan, I think.
Yeah, she was I saw one of your videos. And to come by yourself, I'm that's pretty forward on your behalf.
100%.
But my favorite actually part of the show was how they sat them. That's unbelievable.
For those that are listening that weren't at the show, how they sit them.
This was a very gorgeous black female. And she was sitting across from another black female. And when I was talking to her, I go, I hope you don't mind I'm flirting with her in front of you and it makes you jealous. She's like, I don't even know her. And I was like, what? And literally, there was two black people in the whole room. I go, you mean they sat you there? I was like, that's the most racist thing I've ever seen. They were like, oh, yeah, look, here's one of your friends.
We're going to token you right in front. It was also. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
Yes. But it was such a good show. What is your process getting ready for that? I saw you walking around, but I was don't approach. I feel like you need to be in the zone.
I was just, because I'm doing everything myself, I was just setting up the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
The process is I don't really think. I'm just I think I know how, I want to try these new jokes up top. They might not work, but whatever. I'll get myself out of the hole. I gave them a good show with the guy who opened because he's a legend and he's great and he's one of my favorites to watch. But I was but there was a lot of moments where I was in my head and I also went into the crowd and then I lost my train of where I was. So I forgot a lot. I missed out on a lot of jokes and then I was just pulling from my brain. When I'm saying a joke on stage, I'm also telling myself, where are you going to go after this?
Yeah.
So I'm just okay, what joke are you going to do next? Or I'll be oh, if I do that one next, then I could do these next three while I'm telling a joke.
It's so
you know what I mean? You're telling.
Yes.
So, but then sometimes the best is when you're just that's not happening because then you're present. Because you're probably not, I didn't feel connected really last night. A couple times maybe.
Yeah.
There's a couple pockets where I was oh, I'm connecting. There's a good, but when I'm really connected with the crowd, I'm there's no thinking. I'm just going. And then that's fun. That's when it's fun, when I can connect. I don't know if every comic's like that. Some guys are just they like to go, here's my jokes and I'm going to go. I just need to connect.
So do you have a Rolodex of jokes and you're I'll pick this one now, I'll pick that one now? Okay. So
well, it's 15 years of jokes. So I can any situation, if something's not going well, I can be all right, let me go this way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me just go a little bit easier and more oh, let's do sexual jokes then. Everybody, if they're dumb, everyone's gonna laugh at that.
Yes.
Sometimes if it's a dumb crowd, I gotta go, okay, hey, you want a penis joke?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna bring it down to the most basic level ever.
I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna sink.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fail.
Yeah, so true.
You guys,
so true. Just the lowest common
F
denominator
off.
of talk. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I kind of I get disappointed if I'm not connecting.
Yeah.
And you might think I'm connecting, but I'm not feeling it. So I'm
I have no idea.
I'm if I'm not really feeling it, I'm whoa. I think there's a couple moments where I had some good belly laughs where I was up there. I was it was because we were having fun, and then just the anxiety of knowing everyone. So I'm and I know them, so I'm okay. I hope they understand. I'm just kind of clip farming for this show right now.
Yeah.
I'm let me I probably got a good 5 clips.
But it was so good. Okay, so in prep for this, I watched a lot of your clips, and you did some of your jokes last night. Watching them on stage, so funny.
Really?
I felt like I was hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, that's what you always sometimes I don't worry when I'm on the road or with other crowds because most people haven't seen my stuff, you know,
Hmm.
and comics kind of worry about forcing themselves to write a lot, and I go, dude, we're not Bill Burr or you know all the big guys, Tom Segura or Nate Bargatze, right?
Hmm.
Like they have to write more because they're so famous that everybody knows their bits, and
Yeah.
they'll be disappointed if they do it again. They probably wouldn't, but like who are you to think that you can't do your jokes from 10 years ago? Like nobody knows them. Like maybe your friends do, but who cares? That's not, it's like just so I go back now and I'm more comfortable. Like I'll just make sure I do well.
Hmm.
And then, until you get to the point where like you have a demand to do an hour. Like I don't get to always do an hour. And doing an hour and learning how to do an hour is like the real world of comedy.
Yeah.
Like for so many years you're just doing 15, 20 minutes opening for people, but like when you do an hour and you polish an hour and you go in and out and it's like a concert. You're kind of like get them going, chill, story, go. Like that takes like a couple years to build a beautiful hour. Whereas like I'll do an hour and like I haven't done an hour for like 3 months, so it's like that's my first time on stage for an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm like so it's rusty, and then you're figuring it out. But like it's also like until there's a demand for it, where people are like every city you're selling out, let's go. It's hard to get really good at that part.
I
You
feel
know,
like you don't give yourself enough credit. I have to
you
say.
have to.
First of all, you chose the hardest job ever. Like I was joking around with you. I'm like, was brain surgery not an option?
Like
Like
a politician's pretty hard.
this is almost as hard. It's
Same
essentially,
game.
yeah, it's
I feel like the whole politic part is the same game, trying to get up and like smiling, and
yes. And
even
the
now,
one-liners now and getting
yeah,
clips is part of
yeah,
politics.
oh yeah.
So yes, it's very
I used
relatable.
to like wear. You would wear. I used to wear my emotions on my sleeve. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
When I was like coming up, and it's like, I think we learned this as we go. Now I'm 41. Like every time I'm at a comment, like, hey, how's everyone doing? Like, you just got to like, cause even now I'll be around and I'll run into like, I'll run into a friend I've known for years. I'm like, how's it going? She's like, oh, I don't know. Um, I'm just like, you know, things are. I'm like, I don't care. I'm here to do a show. Like, I don't want. Call me during the day. We'll go walk on the beach and talk. But like, I don't want to be around this energy in the comedy club, and it makes you think like I don't want to work with this person.
Do you walk on the beach and talk to a lot of your friends?
Yeah, I like to coach.
That's so cute.
But,
Wait, who do you coach?
just like anyone, like someone's like, yo, you would like I haven't. Just comics. Sometimes they'll be like, you want to like talk and go have a walk, and I'll just like talk the business. And like I'll go walk, and then I'm just like, yeah, this is how I like. And it's like you're teaching yourself when you talk. Does that make
Michael
sense?
Lenoci, you are
Yeah.
so deep. Who knew?
Yeah. Well, I've done acid quite a few times now.
Right, it opens up your brain. Trust
really
me, I
does.
did a whole thing on ashwagandha. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Not
No,
ashwagandha. What's the thing?
ayahuasca.
Thank
I
you.
won't do that. It's something about it scares me.
I think you should try it. Watch my episode on it.
I know.
You might want to do it.
There's so many comics are on it, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I just don't. I'm like I feel like I get what I go. Well, when they explain to me what happens to them, I go. I had that when I did the acid, so I go. I'm getting. I don't have deep rooted trauma like these people. I had a good
I
life.
think everyone has deep-rooted trauma.
We had a good life though. Sure,
We did.
everybody has trauma, but it was trauma because your mom was jealous of you or something at a point for a couple of years. Like, what's your trauma? You see how we grew up?
That's
We're
true.
blessed.
That's true. And I love that you
Like,
say
you know
that
what I
during
mean?
your
Like,
show.
we had a
big
great
up to
life.
Coral Springs.
Yeah, we were spoiled.
Yeah,
We had the best life. We didn't know that the world was horrible.
that's true.
We went to
the world wasn't
college and
that
we're like,
bad
it's not
then.
that bad. And then when you like the internet came out, you're like, oh man, things
You're
are
like,
bad.
who knew? Who
No,
knew?
yeah, you didn't
Out
have
of the
no idea.
bubble. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, but like I've also, you had the comics, like people who have addiction problems. I don't have like I can just come and go. Maybe that's not true. Like I feel like I'm addicted to working. I
Yeah.
can't shut down.
Yeah.
I'll work till like 2, 3 a.m. sometimes.
It's unreal.
I like to edit, and then yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm like addicted to the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I'm pretty
speaking of
content with
lifestyle,
like this.
yeah, there's
Fine.
nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
I want to ask you about LA life though. 'Cause,
But
like,
yeah, go ahead.
when did you decide I'm going to move to LA? I'm really going to do this.
In 2010, like after I was bouncing around sales jobs and getting fired for being a distraction.
I love that.
Yeah, I was doing like I remember. I think AJ was at the first job with me, and we were all at cubicles inside pharmaceutical sales. And like I was standing up, and I was like, "Do you guys think this is funny?" And then everyone would laugh. And then I remember one time one of like the floor managers was like, "Mike, get back to work." I was like, "Dude, don't talk to me like that."
I'm
And AJ,
dead.
and then AJ's like, "Chill, chill, chill." I was like, "No, this guy's a dork." I was like, "Why do you care?"
It's
And then I
like
got
high
fired like
school.
the next day.
I'm obsessed with that. I
Yeah.
love that you're like, I'm going to bring who I am right here. And you're like, maybe I should get paid for this.
My mom would always say, like, you're one off, Michael.
You're one off. Like, what
Mhm.
does she mean?
Like off of the normal
Oh,
line,
yeah. But that's
maybe.
what makes you
Yeah.
special. It's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's a good thing. I mean, you always
Yeah.
were, but like, when did you decide, like, I could take being funny with friends and really make it a career?
I always wanted to since middle school,
Yeah.
but I just didn't know how to do it. I
How,
just saw it on TV and I was like, that looks fun, but
yeah.
you don't know how to do it. And then I was just like, I'm just gonna go do this. And then everyone's mad. My parents were like, why? You went to college, just go get a job with your brother-in-law, do sales and stuff. You'll be good at sales. I was like, it's just like I can't do this 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah.
I remember like we'd wake up, I'd go to work, I'd come back, you get home by 6, and then I'd be like, I guess I'll go to the gym, and then you work out, and then you get home and it's like 7:30, you eat, it's 8, and you're like, I gotta go to bed?
Yeah.
And
It's
it made
sad.
me so sad. I was like, this is no way to live.
Yeah.
I go, and so this is it, and then I gotta like meet someone, and then you get married, and then what is this? And I go, this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing something that you don't love, you're just doing it because this is what you have to do. Like I can think it's different if you're like a lawyer, a doctor, like to be that you have to have a passion for it because that's such hard schooling.
Yeah.
So you can't just do it like the rest of most of us were like, yeah, I graduated. This is what I got a job and I'm probably gonna go in sales. It's like, although now that I'm older, I think I would have killed it in sales. Now that I get it,
100%
I didn't
would've, like, made
understand it
people
at
laugh.
25, but like now as an adult, I'm like, oh, I'd be really good at it.
And also,
Just
sitting in a
learn the product.
cubicle, you were like being stifled.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but that kind of scared me. So I was like, well, let me go do this. And I think my parents was just like, oh, he'll get it out of his system. And then I kind of used the whole like, not a lot of comics are really as social how
Mhm.
I was, and I used like the fraternity lifestyle and like the social life of South Florida, and I was probably a little naive and delusional. I just like within year 1 or 2, I'm hanging out at the comedy clubs. I didn't care. Like I think one of my first years, I'm doing a show and Daniel Tosh is there, and I obviously knew who he was, and he's sitting on the couch, and I just sat next to him. I go, yo, you think this is funny? And it's like today, if like I was with one of my like guys who's open for me, I would like choke him. I'd be like, what are you, dumb? Why would you do that, dude? Like that's embarrassing. Like don't do that. Like
Yeah.
don't ever do that. But I didn't know. I
Yeah.
was just like, bro, this guy would like me. And I was like, yo, do you think this is funny? I remember asking him if it was Clint Eastwood's dad, which is passed now, but he had done a speech at the Oscars. So I don't know what year this was, but his
Okay.
dad was like 105 at the time. And I think he like made a speech and he was like kind of murmuring. And I went up to him, I go, you think if I went on stage and I was like, this is my impression of Clint
Clint
Eastwood's
Eastwood's dad.
dad or whatever his name was doing a speech, and I go, and then I just pretended I had a heart attack and fell over or something like that.
Yes.
And he's like, I don't know, just try it.
I'm dying.
And that was it. And I was like, all right.
Did you do it?
No, but I
Oh.
remember going like, huh, I feel stupid for asking him.
No, I mean,
But-
you had to ask the question. Also, like, if you don't ask, you don't get. So I feel like you had to put yourself out there.
Sure, but you don't do that. You don't sit next to the biggest comic in the
Correct.
country at the time.
Correct. Well, I
just
feel like
intrude on
especially
him.
comedians.
But I didn't know the rules.
Yeah.
I didn't know the rules of the game yet.
Yeah.
And that's what was fun. I think, but that's what some of the guys were attracted to, of like how dumb I was being about it. And then like within 2 years, I was like, you know, Bobby Lee, I think brought me on the road first, and then you know, did things with Nick Swartz and one time, Callan, and then Chris, and then, you know, then I was just like always in. So and then I think I didn't know at the time, but I think that probably bothered a lot of younger comics because it was like it looked like I was schmoozing and networky, but I was like, no, I just want to have fun, and that was it. And yeah,
Which one of those people was like your number one, like, cheerleader, I guess, for lack of a better term?
no one's a cheerleader in comedy. None of them. I mean, like they're just everyone's in their own world. They're all, your friends are your cheerleaders, but I don't think like any like younger, yeah, because I didn't have younger comics. Maybe like you don't really have cheerleaders in the beginning.
Yeah.
I guess you have older comics that are supporting you because they're like putting you on stage, but they just want someone who's fun to hang out with. They don't really care. Like even I do. I'm like, oh, like you can't really help someone. I could be like, here, go up and learn, and I could be like, I could give you a note, but what do I know?
Right.
It's like we honestly have no idea what's gonna work. It's like we're all guessing, and then that's the industry. Like what managers and agents, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, And I like one of my good friends is a manager, and I'm like, yo, every meeting you go into, you should start off like, hey, by the way, I have no idea what's gonna happen and what's gonna work, but this is what I think.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, but they want to act like they didn't know Matt Rife was gonna blow up. They didn't mess with him. It's like you don't know.
Yeah.
You have no idea how it's gonna happen. So it's like you can say, I don't think that is a good idea, or I don't like that, or have you tried it like this? But that could sway you in a way that's not the who knows.
Yeah.
Maybe you're on the right direction. So don't you take everything with a grain of salt. And like my podcast is the first one that's working. I've had like 8 podcasts.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, this isn't fun. It's fading out. And then you like have one, and then like this is the first podcast I've ever had where, like peers are like, dude, this is really good. People text me stuff. I was like, oh, this is cool.
It
So
is
I'm paying
good.
attention. So I'm like,
Yes.
okay, this is working. Where I'm like, people I haven't talked to for 2 years, text, voice note. He's like, hey man, I just saw one of your clips. I go, I think you found your element. Like I was like, he's like, this is good.
It's flirting with women on your podcast.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just kind of felt it, and then like a manager hit me up and was like, hey, our client would love to be on your podcast. I was like, okay, this is big.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, this is good. Now I was like, oh, I'm on to something. So
People
now
are
I'm like
hungry for
more. I don't even write a lot now. I'm just like kind of just full podcast, and then I know how to do good on stage. And it's just like at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I can just do stand up, make your money doing stand up, but like I don't have the pressure to have to really write an hour right now because like nobody's asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just do the shows, have fun. Go to Tampa Saturday, I'll do an hour, and that will be fun. And I know how to do an hour, but like to really like deliver an hour and be like, this is what I created here. I'm gonna shoot it now and put it out. I realize you don't have to really worry about that.
Yeah.
When you're starting out, you think you have to get to that point and be like, I have to make something special, and that's what will blow me up. It's like it's not.
Yeah.
You have to blow up on yourself now.
Would
like
you?
TV doesn't do anything for you. There's no point to worry about acting.
TV really doesn't like.
No, I would do reality now more so.
Would
than,
you?
Because if there was a fun way to do it and I was promoted as a comedian, like I would like if there was like, oh, if there was an older bachelor, right? Because bachelors are all 20-year-olds. But I was like, if you could do the Bachelor, and like I'm a comedian on there, I'd probably get kicked off right away. But like how funny would it be if like the girls are like you're with like the girls who should complain. I'm like, yeah, you're a lot.
Okay. Wait,
You know what I
this is
mean?
the
Like
thing,
that would be funny.
I hope ABC is listening because one,
Yeah.
you're saying older. They do have an older bachelor. Okay, it's older than us.
The
Golden
golden,
Bachelor,
yeah.
But still,
They need a divorce bachelor, like for divorcees or something.
I
like
agree with you.
40-year-olds.
So they're having the girl from Mormon Wives on.
Really?
Yes, and she's like around our age, maybe younger, but she's
Yeah.
a mom with like 3 kids. She's divorced. Like, there's a spot. ABC, I hope you're listening.
Let's go.
That would be so good because instead of bringing on, because they always have a
ABC,
comedian that
it's
comes
Disney.
on.
They're not gonna have me on. You can't say.
You
shit.
never know. I mean,
Oh, actually, they
she's-
have Pat
okay,
McAfee on ESPN, so why wouldn't? they?
correct. And
So-
also, are you aware that like Mormon Wives was built on the fact that they all swung together? So
Sure.
that's how she's getting on.
Well, I mean, it's just
Taylor
about like the
Frankie Paul,
jokes,
thank you, it just came.
the jokes of what they would allow. But if they let me like belittle them and be funny, that would be fun.
Will you let me
I
be
wouldn't
Little Women,
last.
ABC? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, will you let me just tell it how it is and be like, okay, that's I don't know. I would just like call them out.
Yeah.
It's fun. But I mean, that would be fun, and I think that would do well. But I would only do it if I was stand-up comedian Michael on it. I wouldn't do it of like Michael, he's a bartender. Like then that does no benefit for me.
Right.
I mean, it would for a little bit. Like no, I gotta promote that. Like one thing I always learned early in the industry is like always present yourself as the stand-up comedian that does this.
Okay.
And I thought it was very valuable. So like sometimes, like people will be like, you'll be watching TV and you'll be like, that guy does stand up? Oh, I thought he's from that one show. He does stand up versus watching this show and go, oh, that comic's on a show?
Yeah.
You want to be branded as a stand up comedian because that's your bread and butter going forward forever. You know what I mean? Like people are like, Ray Romano did stand up. Didn't matter back then because it was different because when you're on a sitcom, you were just mega famous. So it didn't
Yeah.
matter. But people are like, oh, they did stand up. You want to get to a point of like where like you're like, oh, that comic's on that show. That
Yes.
stand up comic's on that television show.
That makes so much sense.
So you know,
also that
because
helps
then
sell
it's
the
way
show
more
also.
valuable.
Yeah.
But so you always want to be. So it's like if you're ever gonna say yes to doing anything, you're like, as long as you brand me as a stand up comedian that's on the show,
Yeah.
not just something else.
That makes total sense.
You know what I mean?
Was crowd work always such a big thing, or has it blown up because of social media?
It's blown up because of social media, but it's easy. And
Okay,
it's the
it does not
easiest thing.
seem easy. That seems
That's
like
what's
the hardest
annoying.
thing ever.
It's the easiest thing
Why?
because all you're doing is having a conversation,
Okay, but you
and
have
it's like Oh, it's like what was crazy about it? You know how hard it is to write a joke and make sure the joke works and make sure strangers relate to your imagination?
Yeah, that's
That's hard.
that is hard.
And the crowd work things ruin that because people are like, oh, I love crowd work. I was like, bro, all I'm doing is like, oh, so what do you guys? You're married, cool, that, and I'm asking you a bunch of questions until something funny comes up.
Yes.
And the wit is there because we've been doing comedy for years. So the wit is just there, and that's that.
Do you
It's
feel
like
like wit is like a muscle that you have
yeah,
to
of course.
strengthen?
So
I
you get
agree.
better at it. You're not like good at it. So it's like crowd work is like the easiest tool of stand up.
But do you ever get scared because you say, I feel like whatever you want
Yeah.
in crowd work, like you will go for the jugular, and I feel like you want to push the buttons as much. As
Yeah. I
possible.
mean, a couple of years ago, I was in an angry state, and I was like, kind of like, I felt like it was me against the world. So I was kind of like, if someone was like talking, I kind of get mad on stage, and I would argue with them. And now I've like kind of calmed down, and I'm just like, and I've slowed down my cadence. I've changed my style a lot. I used to be a little bit more ranty, and I think it was entertaining, but I don't think it connects
I
on the
feel
long
like
run. I
I
think
saw that in the
slowing
show
down
last night.
of like it gives you a stronger point of view and a comfortability of like people processing what you're really saying, and I think that's more important, especially to become relatable and more popular
Yeah.
versus like like what the guy who went on before me, Greg
Yes.
Hahn, who's one of my favorites. Like I kind of would do like a lot of crazy stuff like him and just go unhinged, and I think it's so funny and relate and hilarious, but I don't think that can I don't I think that's hard to make
A thing.
huge, yes.
I mean, I
But it
was
doesn't matter. Like
exhausted for him at the end of his set.
he's in. He's a great. I mean, he gets the crowd going. I mean, like he opens for Louis all the
Yeah.
time. So he's just like he doesn't. He's old retired comic in a way. He's here in Pompano and just chills. And then when Louis is like, "You want to go to Europe?" and he's like, "Yeah, let's go."
No way.
Flies him first class and just goes does a bunch of shows. I'm sure he gives him 5-figure paychecks.
That's amazing.
You know what I
Do you
mean?
know who you remind me of? Bruce Jenner. If Bruce Jenner had a baby with Charlie Sheen, I felt like that was the energy.
Charlie's great.
Charlie's amazing.
Try to get him here.
I'm trying.
That would
very
be
hard, Very
unbelievable.
hard. I've had a crush on Charlie Sheen for
Really?
longer than I'd like to admit.
What a
Yes.
story. What a life.
Crazy. And that's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
So I have many questions about your personal life.
Yeah.
What is LA like? Is it just like Air One and like combat boots?
Combat boots.
Like girls in combat
Yeah,
boots?
I don't.
feel like
Yeah,
that's
you're
a
right.
thing.
Yeah, I just don't know about it. I'm just so dumb to that stuff.
Okay.
I think the most beautiful women in the world are in South Florida.
Really?
Yeah. Um,
Do you hear the shock in my voice? Like
you didn't know that?
Miami?
Everybody would. Well, people who travel would tell you. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Miami for sure. Um, LA's it's just different. I don't know if it's because like I have a theory about LA and women. So if you are not in entertainment, why are you in LA?
Yeah.
If it's after 30,
What
like
if
you're
you,
like, okay,
grew
it's
up
fun.
there?
Trauma. I mean, like if you grew up there, that's fine. But like, I've met some cool people that travel, but then usually maybe their parents were in entertainment and they don't want anything to do with it. But then they grew up in that wild world. Like
Yeah.
you when you were a teenager, you snuck away and went to West Hollywood, and you probably went to those clubs, and then like it doesn't make sense to me that you would live there. Now you go to San Diego. If you were like someone who started there after college and like this is fun and I had a sales job, I started my career here. But once you met someone and neither of you work in the business, why wouldn't you like go to like Orange County, like Irvine or like San Diego? Like, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
Like I go, this is like it's fun, but it's like it's not like New York. At least New York has the there is a family part of it. Like, yes, it's a big city and there's energy, but it's working people.
Yeah.
LA's just like chill money and like what do you I don't trust it almost. So it's like I kind of like have been trying to meet girls outside of LA but then I'm like this is a waste of time. But
Yeah.
like but I trick myself and then that's why I love bomb because I'm thinking like maybe I can like do this long distance thing and convince them to move or something.
It's so cute. Wait, you love bomb? Tell me, what do you do to love
Not on
bomb?
purpose.
Oh, so
But
how
like
do you do it?
I warn them all every time I like start talking to a guy. I go, by the way, I've been love bombing recently, so I give them all the chances to run,
Yeah.
and then I just FaceTime and talk, and then I still in LA. I tell in LA I'm still on the ass. I just kind of tell girls I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I'm not like if we vibe great, but like I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And
Would
that
you
kind
want
of
to
like
date
makes
someone who's
people
famous already?
no,
Why?
they're crazy. A woman who wants to be famous is crazy. And maybe people think that's sexist, but that's just what are you doing? Why do you want to do this hard business? Like, just go be a pretty girl
Go be a
and
pretty
fucking
girl.
be a pretty girl. And like, oh, you have a passion? Cool. So do I. We're not going to work out.
Yeah.
That's fine, but then go find your librarian husband because that's
But-
the only thing that's going to work out for you. Every famous female comics husband is a little like, oh yeah, I'll do whatever she wants.
Yes.
Because you're an alpha.
But that's comedy. I feel like that's something very different from
Okay,
like,
maybe an actress, but that's
acting.
like it's a self-centered job, and like
Yeah.
you can't have two headshots in a house. That's always been the thing. It works for some people, but like it's just like you're both like. Also, like one, if she's a comedian, there's no way I'm touching her, and then even though I have when I was younger, but like an actress and a female actress, that's gonna end. Good luck. That's the hardest thing in the world. You think comedy is trying to be a female actress forever.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
Once you get older, I'm like, they're just gonna go after the ones who have already been in the business since they were a kid.
Yeah.
What role? Like, even a guy actor. I'm like, dude, I can name 15 friends that were series regulars on television shows that now just have like wood shops in the valley and are dads.
Well, everything's changed. It's really
Yeah.
about reality, or like if you get an amazing series that takes off, which is a dime a dozen.
But there's no
So hard.
syndication anymore, so you
Yeah.
don't even make your money off that. It's not like you're like all those shows we grew up watching. They're set
Yes.
for life. Like, yeah, I've had friends on shows for 3 years and they don't have anything now.
Yeah.
It's just like
really hard.
acting's hard and everyone's replaceable in acting. Not everyone's replaceable with stand up.
That is true.
That's the difference. So, and then that's why you see a lot of women or older men from shows start to do stand up and they're like trying to connect. They're like, maybe I can get into this. And it's like, bro, you don't get this.
Does that make you insane? Or are you like, it's an art and you don't understand that?
No, we understand some of them. Like, I mean, Rappaport would do a lot of like, Rappaport kind of probably did some open mics when he was starting out, and he's been in the business for so long, and he's such a great actor. And then he would do stand up, and his stand is fine. You know, he came into it later, but he respects it and came in humble.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was coming in and around the pandemic and started doing it more, he was like he understood stand up comedy. So, and he wasn't doing it because I'm sure he had plenty of money in the bank because he had over 30 films.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he's never like really like it's hard
Yeah.
because I think he lives like in a nicer house. He has a family, so it's like it's not cheap. You know, like if you have a family, you better be making over 400K to just break. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have to make 200K just to like. It depends if how you live. I mean, you can live like a
But not in LA, you
26-year-old.
can't. Not South Florida, you can't.
Yeah, like even as a 41-year-old, like I have to have kind of a nice apartment and a car if I want to date.
Yeah.
So like everything I make, I spend.
Or you could go back on your scooter and just
But then I'm not.
get
Then
on the
I'm
back of my
then I'm
scooter.
big just
Cool
by
rider.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to. Hey, you want to get dinner? I mean, that's like my vice is dating. It's fun. But going back to like Rappaport and like he's one, but like Piven, he came in to stand up and he was a little arrogant
Yeah.
and not so warm.
It's a different style.
And yeah, and it was like, you know, just came in. He came in like I'm Piven, and you're like,
Yes.
okay. And I think it rubbed people the wrong way, and comics will be like, no.
I think
And
you
we
have
don't
to also
accept
get
it.
the shtick. Like if you don't like the shtick, you're not
Yeah,
gonna like
I mean,
that
he's
comedy.
one of the greatest comedic actors.
Yeah.
But he came in, and it was like, and I don't care if he hears this because now he's nicer. And,
I really hope that Jeremy Piven hears this.
Yeah,
like
well, I
that
don't know.
would,
You
nothing
never
would
know.
make
People
me
would clip-
happier.
yeah, they wouldn't. I'm not important enough. But you should no. But he's nicer now. When I've seen him, he's nicer. But he wasn't warm when he first came around, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But Rappaport, the one thing that always pissed me off about Rappaport, and he would know this, I would tell him to his face because we're friends, but his online persona is not who he is.
Well, I've met him.
It's-
I interviewed him.
Yeah, it's so like annoying sometimes. I'm like, Mike, this isn't who you are.
He's so nice.
So nice.
He's like lovely. But
So
his
nice.
mind goes a million miles per hour.
He just has to. It's part of his DNA.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta be passionate about something.
Yes.
And it's just like, and he's lost work from it, but it is what it is.
No, he knows who he is, and he's not afraid to lose work.
No, I mean, good for him.
Yeah, I love him. If you've ever read his book, his agent
don't
like
read
sat down
books.
with him. Oh, I don't either, actually, but
How would
I
you
do
read
when
a
I'm like
book?
interviewing people.
You
I
don't read
totally-
books? You
I don't
seem
read
like someone
books.
who's
Oh my God,
read
that's
books.
the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Didn't
No.
you go to UF?
That means I have a sociology major, Michael.
So was I.
Oh my God, we're like dumb
Wow,
idiots
you're an
together.
idiot.
It's actually
How do
one
you
of my
get
biggest. I'll do
sociology?
you one better. Not only was a sociology major, all my roommates were sociology majors.
I got sociology because that's all I could eventually pass.
Yeah.
And me and Hurley we graduated with sociology because we would like live together and we just cheat off each other.
It's amazing.
And then my minor was psychology because I dated a bunch of girls with psychology majors. So they would go to their classes, sign me in. So getting the minor, I only had to like figure it out for like 3 more classes on my own.
Yeah.
And then that took 5 years for the 2 easiest degrees.
So I started, psych is not that easy, by the way. I started out
It's
psych,
interesting.
but then once I had to go to stats, I was like, oh, I have to attend this class. That's not for me. No, thank you.
I thought you were a good student.
So I was fine. But like in college, I was like, there, you know what? You work so hard. It's like, now have fun. Like, go off.
In high school, you were like straight A girl, right?
Close.
You were kind of a dork.
Oh, thank you so much. You
just
think I was a
kidding.
dork?
Oh.
If I told you though, in high school, I'd be like, Michael Lenoci, one day I'm going to have a podcast. You're going to be a famous comedian. You're going to be on my
Not
podcast.
a famous comedian.
You
yeah.
are famous. There
I'm
were
not.
people there last night who did not know you. They didn't go to high school with you. And they were like, I
just
saw you on
know
Instagram.
Yeah.
What? That's
Like,
fame. What
my-
else is fame?
I don't know. Like, Rappaport's not even famous, you know? Like, that's hard.
Rappaport is famous.
Fame to me is like Matt Rife's famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's only one famous person? Like,
I guess there's a spectrum. You could say
also,
that.
Matt Rife is like up here. Famous.
Yeah.
There's different levels.
I can find there's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's a spectrum for, yeah. You're
Like
right.
I cover a lot of reality TV. Some reality TV stars to me
Yeah.
are famous.
Yeah.
Would
Well,
argue that
they,
they're not.
I guess there's a fan base for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, I got to go back to your dating life though, because I have many questions.
Okay.
What's like the craziest date you've ever had? Like a girl that was crazy.
I pretty much can get out of that really quickly. I don't really have a lot of crazy dates.
Okay.
I have crazy like things that happen. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe this happened.
What happened? Give me your best story.
Um,
Do you have them written down?
yeah.
Ooh,
I have a future book one day of all the craziest stories.
amazing. For someone who doesn't read books, you're certainly planning on. It's
Well, because I
literally
think of a
guys,
crazy book. I can never put it out now. I get canceled.
What? Canceling is
I'm
not a
saying,
thing
like,
anymore.
people-
Also,
I
by the
know.
way, it's like cool to get canceled.
Yeah.
Just for those who aren't watching the visual, Michael has on his phone a note that's labeled book, and then
For all
there's
my
just
crazy-
topics underneath that.
Yeah, so many different ones. But like, my favorite story is one time I would go to. How should I say this? One time I did a show in Arizona, and it was like this mom and daughter came to the show, and they're really gorgeous and close in age. Like she had her when she was 15, and they would come to the show. They had fun, and I was with my buddy, and he hung out with the daughter afterwards. She was like 28, and or maybe she was like 32, because the mom I remember was like, at the time that was the oldest woman I had been with, so she might have been like, what's 15 plus 32, like 46, 47. But I was like at the time like 32 or something, and I hung out with the mom, and we went home together, and it was fun. And I was like crazy because she knew her daughter was like with my friend, so she didn't care. But they were like besties, and then that was fun. And then the next year, I went back to Arizona, and I hung out with the daughter.
Stop it right now.
And I had another friend go with the mom.
This is amazing.
And then the third year, I went back with the mom.
I love this.
And they knew.
That's incredible. Did you like acknowledge this when you were with them?
I
Like,
was just laughing in my head. I go, this is such a great story.
I hope they're inviting you to Christmas. Like
I haven't talked to them in years, but like, I assume that they would go to like a lot of concerts and stuff and do this, because they like go and they're like, oh yeah, we went to this music concert. I'm like, oh, these girls are just like, they got problems.
This is
This
amazing.
is deep level trauma.
I want them on the podcast. I love this.
They're probably dead.
They
I
could
mean,
be. Or they're on OF and they're killing it.
yeah, maybe. I mean, she's probably in her 50s now. You know how the skin gets in the 50s.
Yeah, I do.
But
I'm almost there.
I think like I never like, I've been on a couple dates where like we're arguing
Yeah.
on the first date,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is crazy. I
Yeah.
go, why don't we just call it? And she's like, oh, you're being a bitch or something. I was like, and then my dumbass is like, well, let me just see how this goes, and like I'll stick around for a while. I remember one time there's this. I mean, she was mixed, but definitely mostly Mexican, because they get feisty, and we were on a date, and we're hanging out, and there's this old lady next to us sitting at the bar having a drink, and we're laughing, and she says something, and I start making her laugh, and I bring her in, and we're all just like having a conversation. It's funny, laughing, and then she's like, yeah, let's get out of here and go to the next place. And then as we're leaving, she goes, that was annoying. And I go, what? And she goes, we're we're all trying to get to know each other on a date. And I go, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, we're having a good time. Like, if you don't even vibe with that, we're never going to get along. I go,
Yeah.
that's so fun.
Yeah.
Like, some old lady was like chiming
course,
in.
that's
It wasn't
good.
like a hot girl.
Yes.
I'm not dumb. It was
Right.
like literally like a 60-year-old lawyer lady going, yeah, I'm a lawyer. Like, it was just funny.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, whatever. And I was like, God, are you always this abrasive? And then we just started bickering. And we're like, we had just met. And I go, should we keep going? I mean, what's the point at this point? And she goes, oh, what are you, sensitive? You're being sensitive. I go, I just don't understand. Like, clearly it seems like I'm bothering you. She's like, you're not bothering me. You're just like, you're being sensitive about it. I go, I'm not being sensitive, but like, is this going to end well? Like, what are we doing? She's like, just shut up. Let's go to the next place. So then I'm like, I'm like, maybe this could get really good.
She like gets off on arguing.
We ended up like kept going arguing, and then I was like, I have micro mushrooms at my place. She goes, let's go do them. I go, this could get interesting. Took him, started arguing, and then so it was like basically a 5-hour arguing date before I gave up. I go, this is stupid. I gotta go.
You guys were like married before you even started dating.
And I was like, but like I don't really have any crazy.
Is dating fun?
I love it.
Really?
It's so entertaining.
Why?
It's just so fun.
Like, because you get to ask people questions. Like, I would probably be very annoying. I'm like, and then what'd you do in 3rd grade? Like, I would not.
I mean, I don't see that. I kind of try to talk about it. I'm like, why do people hate dating? It's like, there's so many people.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's where like when people are like, this is my soulmate. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You can fall in love with so many people.
You can, but do you think you've one soulmate?
No.
Okay.
That's so dumb.
Are you
It's
looking
such
for your one? How are you gonna
It's
like?
such a make believe thought process of like, it's a made up thing of like, there's one person. I go, you have not traveled the world. I've had some deep connections with 10s, 20s people.
Yeah.
And then even relationships where I've dated a girl for 2 years, I'm like, that was one of my best friends. It didn't work out, but I do not regret that relationship.
Right.
I am who I am today if it wasn't for that last girlfriend.
100%.
And like that works, and we're still best friends. We still keep in touch. And then like another girl, like I dated a girl like a year ago, and I was like, I thought I was like, all right, let me explore this. And then like after 3 months ago, she was all about it, and I was like, hey, I like everything about you, but I don't feel like we're best friends.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm sorry, but like I'm down to like keep doing this, but I know that this isn't gonna be a long-term thing.
That's so smart of you.
And she was like, yeah. I go, you don't feel like there's something? She's like, I don't know. I'm like having fun. I go, you feel the connect? You feel it? And she goes, I don't. But she had she had abusive. She came from abusive relationships,
Okay.
verbally and maybe physically, and she didn't really have anything going on. She was like 28, 29, and I was like, where do you want to be in 5 years?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. I go, you got shit to figure out. I go, this isn't where I'm at. Like, I'm an autopilot. Like, I got my work. I'm doing this. You come along for the ride, but it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't want just a cheerleader.
Yeah.
I need someone with a drive. And like, we were going into it, and I was like, again, like being with you, and it's fun, but I can't. I don't want you to be sitting here in 6 months and get hurt even more, because I promise you, this isn't gonna end how you think it's gonna end.
So this is why I think it's good that
Yeah.
you haven't gotten married yet.
Yeah.
If you want to get married, I mean.
I don't think
who
so
knows?
anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
But I can make that decision when I'm 60 with a 40-year-old.
100%. But
There'll be
you can.
plenty of divorce.
No judgment
Yeah.
here. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I think that you have such a good perspective. You've
Yeah.
lived so much more of a life. I got married at 24. I was a baby child.
Yeah,
Like a
mistake.
fetus. I mean,
It's
wasn't.
not a
It was
mistake,
the best
but
thing ever.
it's-
And soulmates,
kidding.
like, I will often say, like, what are
Sure.
the odds that my husband was at the same college as I, like, and I never left Florida? Like,
Statistically, really a lot.
but I think that he was put in my path for a reason.
Whatever you want to believe.
Yeah.
People believe in God too.
Totally. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
People believe a lot of things, but I just think that I've had that special connection with many people.
Yeah.
And then that makes me go like, oh, it's there. It's
Yeah.
just like, maybe it is finding the right, Sagittarius and whatever all that crap is. And
Yes.
they were born at this time, but like, and then is it real? I don't know. It takes like 3 months to find out if it is real, but like, yeah, I've been tricked. There's definitely been times where I'm like, oh shit, I think I'm in love with this girl. And then you're not 3 months later, because you realize like, oh, they move their lips all the time weirdly when they like read or something.
Yes.
And that bothers you. But
Well, everyone's annoying in some way.
yes.
So if you're looking for
Perfection.
perfection, thank you so much.
Sure.
You'll never get it.
But
So-
I think that you can have strong connections with multiple souls.
Yeah, I believe that.
I think it's special to have monogamy, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so hard.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people can pull it off, and that's why what, 75% of things don't work out.
Well,
They
it's
say it's
always
50% marriage, but that's not counting the people who don't get married.
yeah. Well,
So
my question is always, are we supposed to be monogamous? Because like,
no, it's not
what
natural.
animal is supposed to be monogamous? Right.
Just penguins.
Yeah. Just
Just a
just little
penguin.
penguins.
Just
It's
little
true.
penguins.
It's
That's why
true.
it's on my dating profiles. I have,
That's so
I have a
cute.
picture of two penguins holding their hands.
That's
He goes,
adorable.
"That's supposed to be us." I go, "Could be."
I love that. Are you on Raya?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get accepted? Like, how does
That was
that
like one of the first, like 2018. I've been on there for like
stop?
6, 7 years now.
Have any celebrities like slid into your Raya DMs?
No, I've tried to like, who's the one? I remember like I've seen like, what was her name from Clueless?
Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah, I remember she was on there, and I was like, "Oh, please, that would be so fun." Because she was, she has kids and stuff, but she was divorced. I saw her on there. Um, I'm trying to think like the only like, I mean, I dated The Bachelor for a little bit.
Jade, the Bachelor or the Bachelorette?
Both, yeah. The Bachelorette for a little bit.
Which one?
It was Katie Thurston.
Stop it right now.
Yeah.
How is she doing, by the way?
I don't know. We don't talk.
Okay, well, she was sick, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she'll be fine.
Okay, good.
I think like she became close with AJ's wife, so they're friends now.
Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
like, fine.
Yeah, at least you make friends for people.
Liz, she's a great person. I think she's a nice person, but it was not for me.
Was that before or after the show?
It was after the show. I didn't really know much about anything.
Yeah.
I just that they said, "Oh, she was on it," but I don't watch the show. I didn't watch anything with her.
Yeah.
I didn't know her personality. I just met her and went from there.
Did I
And
hear
then
last night you don't watch TV?
No, I'll watch if people start talking about a show.
Okay.
I'll watch a show.
Yes.
But I have to hear about it a lot. Like I've watched Succession,
Yep.
Severance,
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. Like just it's got to be so where everyone's like, dude,
I get it.
they're like, bro, this is one of the ones. Like this is a part of culture. Like
Yes.
you gotta watch it. I'm not gonna like, but I'll watch like if a girl comes over and we're like hanging out, Love is Blind, all that stuff. Put it on because it's easy. You don't have to pay attention.
Yeah. It's dumb TV.
But I just feel like most of the time I'm home alone. I can't just sit and watch a show when I'm like, I could be editing. What am I doing? So that's maybe something I got to work on. I can't shut down. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, what's the point? Like I like editing. I can get more work done. So who cares?
Well, if it brings you joy, what's wrong
Yeah.
with that? Isn't that like what we're supposed to do? Like go out, find something
Yeah,
that brings you
I
joy,
mean,
make
probably
money?
why, like, I don't sleep about it because your brain's just going
Yeah.
till like 3 a.m. And then if I do want to shut down, I like to play like videos.
Yeah.
Literally, I like remember being in college at one point and like work out, hang out, and then just play Madden. And I was like, how do I do this forever?
And you did it.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
You
I
did
want
the
like
dream.
this.
Yeah.
And now it's like I get so busy I can't even play Madden sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. Like sometimes I can. It's just like, oh, I'm trying. I think I've only been in LA 3 weekends out of since July.
Wow.
So I can't. November I'm there, so
Do
I'm
you feel
excited.
crazy pressure to constantly post and keep up with it, and it just follows you everywhere?
I have to. It's like the only way for me
Oh.
to work. I mean, I'm not posting today. That sucks
Yeah.
because I'm traveling. So when I'm in LA, I'm posting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which I'm sure is so annoying for people that are
No.
your friends. But it's like it's
Okay.
it's
Well.
my
Oh
game.
well. Oh
Yeah,
well.
yeah, for sure. But I have to, and then if I don't, like sometimes you're like, yeah, I don't want to lose momentum.
Yeah.
But it is stupid. I've gotten way better at like just like I don't really look at it now. I'll just post and put like sometimes I'll catch some if it's like an annoying comment. I'll pin it sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll pin bad comments. But like I've gone through like it's funny when people get like their little 15 minutes of fame and they blow up. I go, this is gonna be a mental train wreck for them because they don't know what they're gonna go through.
Yes.
Like I've been for 5 years used to waking up to someone saying like you suck, all that. So you're just like this is part of the internet is a nasty place.
Yeah.
It's
When
so
I
bad.
first started the podcast,
Oh yeah.
my husband's like, "What if someone says something bad?" I'm like, "I hope someone says something bad because that means they're watching."
Have you had anything that made you cry yet? You'll get there.
No.
Oh,
No.
you haven't
I feel like I
got
have
there
a thick
yet.
skin. I feel like it's not going to happen.
Just wait.
I just cordially
You
invited
think you
him.
do?
And
You have no idea.
You know what? It's
I'll
like-
still see something and I'll be like, okay, really? And I'm like, dude, there was a time where this is like 3 years ago. Someone was saying something. I forgot what it was. His wife, and then maybe the guy chimed in, and then I'm arguing with both of them, and then I looked up his company. I found it, and I left a bad review, and then I thought about like I was like, oh, if I do a show in that city, I'm gonna go find him.
Did you do it?
No,
Oh,
because like after like a couple days, I was like,
I
that
don't
was
care.
crazy.
Who was that? Yeah.
Oh, I was also like, oh, I got crazy, and you're like, that's what people are doing,
Yeah.
and then it builds up to where someone's like Charlie Kirk.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that, I totally understand the thought process of it getting to that.
Yeah.
Every day, like, this guy's pissing me off.
No, it's
I'm gonna
scary.
find him. Like, you're like, okay, that's crazy. But like, I've even got that mad where I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah.
Let me find out. This stranger who said you're stupid or something, probably about something I posted. I'm like, well, you're not understanding. It's not that if someone says you suck or you're not funny. Who cares? It's when someone says something and they're not understanding what I was putting. I go, you're
Yes.
not
You want
comprehending
to
what I was
explain
saying.
it. Yes.
I go like that will drive me crazy. I'm like, wait, what? That's how that came off?
Yeah.
But like my editing's got so good and that rarely happens now. But like when you're first editing, you edit something you think is funny, and then you don't know how it's gonna come off to. You have to remember that most people are scrolling. They don't know you, and then they see this.
Yeah.
You can't edit thinking my followers know who I am. You have to edit thinking no one knows who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, what's this video? So then they go, I don't understand what this is. Like, what? This is so. I used to like, yeah, I mean, I used to play with it a little bit. One time I did it as an experiment early on. I did when I had another podcast. I did a whole podcast and I was talking about how the Greeks invented architecture.
Okay.
Just being dumb, and it went so viral, and people were so mad.
I can't.
He's
See,
this
that's
idiot.
amazing.
This
Especially in
idiot.
this environment, everyone has something to say about everything.
It was just like you can trigger people.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one time like I did. Oh, early on, this one really triggered me. It's traumatizing. It was like around the pandemic is when I first started dealing with like comments and stuff, and I was talking about how I went to a pizza restaurant and I bought a pizza, and then I was there and I was like, oh, can I get a Coke too? And he's like, yeah, just $1.03. And I was like, oh, and I put the dollar down and I was like, come on.
Like,
You know what I mean?
like the
It's
3
3
cents,
cents,
just
right?
eat it. Yeah.
And he sat there and I was like, oh, here's another dollar.
Who has
And then
3 cents? Who has cents?
And then he was like, okay. And then he took the dollar and then gave me the 97 cents back. And I go, buddy, come on. It wasn't a corporate place like a Papa John's or something.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you would be more like you have to do that. It's like a mom and pop place. I go, mom and pop place, like how we grew up. I was like, they always would be like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
See you later. I was articulating that in a clip. And then I posted it, and that went viral. And people are like, you're a piece of shit. I go, you're trying to steal from mom. Those people have to work so hard for that, and you want them to take your 3 cents. I was like, you guys are misreading what I was trying to articulate.
Yes.
And then that's when you like learn of like, oh, you have to make sure you're cutting this in a way that articulates what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's true. You have like 30 seconds to like really put the whole story out.
And I don't know how we got here from LA dating.
I love it though.
But
it's so
it
good.
happens, but
I'm
yeah.
happy we did.
Yeah.
Okay, your show. We should date.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the concept? Tell everyone what it is.
Well, I was doing a lot of the stand-up stuff a lot, the videos, and then I was like, let me go back to my I think this was like my third or fourth podcast of Life with Lenoci, where I just have my producer off screen, and I'd come up with like 4 topics that I think are funny, and then just I think they're funny, but I don't have a point of view on them. Like if you watch whether he's your cup of tea or not, like Andrew Schultz is really good at having a point of view with what he wants to say. You know who he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's really good, whether it's pandering or not, which a lot of these guys will do it once they get big. They're like, well, this is going to work. Like I did like his whole, he did put out a video because he took a break because he's busy, but he put out a video about like the Jimmy Kimmel Kirk thing.
Yeah.
And I thought he was really good at hitting these points and kind of making it funny, but like he had a good, pretty middle ground point of view on it. I learned quickly, like I used to be like, I want to talk about this, this, and this, and be like, this is funny, but whatever. But I didn't really have a strong point of view about it. And so I don't think it was driving me or fulfilling me, but I was doing it because it's a podcast. And then I was like, I should start doing guests. And I was like, I didn't want to for a while because for a while I thought, after the pandemic, I thought maybe some people didn't want to with me or something. I didn't know. I was just going through some stuff, but I was like, and then I was like, let me have some of these girls that I'm friends with. I had this actress girl that I've known for a while that I had dated too. I was like, why don't you come on and let's like talk about dating, just dabble, but it was still my Life with Lenoci podcast. And I go, let's just talk about dating stuff. And I go, like things like I come up with, like, what about a guy using a gift card on a date? Is that really a big deal? But I was like, he's paying for it. And then I did that with 2-3 girls that I had kind of dated. I was like, whoa, this would be funny if I only had guests that I've dated.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let me have my friend Dana on, who's a comedian that I dated. Like, we didn't date. We just like hung out when we were open micers 12 years ago. And then we came on and did an episode, and then like we were laughing. We had very good chemistry on camera, and then like cut some clips, and the clips went out. Comics and people were like, "Dude, you two together are really funny.
Yeah.
You guys should do a podcast or something together." And then me and her talked, and she's like, "I go, do you want to just do a? Should we try this?" And my friend's like, "Yeah, you should call it We Should Date because you guys should date." And I was like, "Nah." She's not my type, but I love her as a person, and
Yeah.
I do think we have chemistry. And throughout all the episodes, I explained to her. She goes, "Yeah, but you admit." I go, "Yeah, I think we have great chemistry, personality wise.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd have chemistry on the deeper level of dating." And she goes, "Really?" And like the whole running bit, like every time I meet people, she would get so mad if she saw this, but like everyone's like, "You know that she loves you." And I go,
Well,
"Yeah, I know she loves me."
yeah.
And
You guys are open about that on the podcast.
But I don't.
Right.
Yeah,
But then
but
didn't you guys hook up?
yeah, but
You
I
said on the podcast.
yeah,
so.
but I didn't. But the funniest part, if you watch the full episode, I don't know if I put it in the clip. She was like, "But you felt something." I was like, "I didn't."
I watched the whole episode.
I was like, "I did not,"
Yeah.
and I was like, I was trying to lightly put it like I did not, and I never will do it again.
Yes.
I just didn't
I would
have
never
it.
do it again. That is
Yeah.
so harsh.
I know, but like I was like, "What do you want me to say?" And she's a little sensitive, so we were doing it, and people were liking it. She wasn't like her fan base wasn't liking me
Yeah.
that much. But I was like, "Dana, it's working, man. Everybody loves it." It's like, "This is a good idea." And she's like, "I feel like I'm your punching bag." And I was like, "Okay, I'll work on it. I'll try." But it's just so easy. Like, I don't know why like, I don't know. And she was getting in her head a little bit. And I go, "Listen, I think you're making a mistake, but we could back up." And I go, "Okay, fine." And then like we had a fight and like an argument. And she's like, "I don't want this to ruin our relationship." I go, "It's not, but I'm definitely gonna be a little upset because I think you're making a big mistake."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay." And I go, "Fine." And then I just was like, I guess I'll just invite girls on it. So it was kind of like a blessing. And then I did, and it started working even more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "All right, Dana, you got to come back." And and then now it's like, "Look, you helped me get here. So you got to come back every 5 episodes." And she's like, "Okay." And then she's like, and our clips do well together still.
Yes.
And then she still wants to be a part of it, but she just didn't want, because she's doing her character stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I understand, and I think she should keep doing that, and she'll blow up from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was definitely like she would get messages like, "This guy's such an asshole to you. He's mistreating you." I'm like, "It's a joke."
Shtick.
It's like
Shtick, yes.
I'm not like really doing it to like hurt
Hurt
her.
her, of
I go,
course.
"How dumb are you guys?"
Yes. Yeah.
I go, "They're so dumb."
It's literally called We Should Date.
Yeah,
But that's the problem. Like a lot of people, and this, I don't
Yeah.
want to be offensive, but like people are dumb.
Yeah.
Like the world is dumb.
So
and you
dumb.
just have to know that going into
So
everything and not let it affect you.
But
because
so,
you'll
but
go
she was like,
crazy.
she's like, "But they like my content, and then they see you coming on telling me that I look tired today."
Yeah.
And but what it is it's not that they don't like it. It's triggering them from something that what's going on in their lives.
Yeah.
They have some personal thing, and I remind them of a guy that mistreated them,
100%.
which is funny too.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, okay, cool.
I'll be that
Do
guy.
you really get mad at someone's character in a show? Like, do you not know that that's just a television show? Yeah, we hate the antagonist or something, but like that also means he's a great actor.
They don't get it. They also don't like, they see the you giving jokes. They don't see the you that wears your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah.
And that like,
I mean, listen, that's always
feels.
been my MO with like I remember one time Jay Brown pulled me aside when I was dating Haley. He's like, "Sometimes you gotta like kind of remember these are girls." He's like, you do kind of like make fun a lot with like your girlfriends." And I when I would do it with my girlfriends, like I had learned with my last girlfriend Haley, like she's such a sweet girl, but like very like I couldn't raise my voice, and then sometimes she would just be like, "I don't like when you make those comments. It hurts me." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm
Aw,
sorry."
Yeah.
But I was like, but like I do it because like, and then there's been girls I dated who like
I
they
want
can
to
give it
take
back.
it.
They
Yeah.
can give it back.
Yeah.
And like Dana went down that route. I was like, "Well, Dana, this is like my theory is like it's because you have feelings for
Yes.
me
Yeah.
that you're not taking this. Like, you're a comic.
I'm sorry.
You have
I
to have
agree.
yeah. You have to have
I
thick
do.
skin. Like you're a comedian."
It's harder for girls. It is different. Men and women are completely different. Our brains think about relationships
Sure.
differently. Like when a guy breaks up with a girl, and tell me if you disagree, I feel like they're like, goodbye. I can compartmentalize this. I can move on with my life. If a
I
girl,
feel like a girl breaks up with a guy, she's out.
well, that's because you're a guy.
I think guy.
So then maybe I'm wrong. Look, I
Yeah.
haven't dated in 20 years. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So yeah,
I think that when once a girl's checked out, she's out. She doesn't come back. A guy will go back to a girl.
have you met women? That's crazy. They go back and forth constantly.
The really deeply in loved ones. Yeah.
Yes. Or even just like, I'll give it another chance. Or I feel like we get
Because
so
a guy at the end of
attached.
the day is just like, yeah, I'll have sex. So it's like
Exactly.
I'll go hang out with her. Like a girl like, no, I'm not gonna have sex with you ever again. I'm done. Like at least that part
Yes,
is
they'll
like they're
try.
done.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna like I don't need to have sex with you. Where a guy's like, I'm horny. Like why not?
Yes. Yes.
So there's that maybe that
Yes.
part.
Because like the chemical thing is a
Yeah.
real scientific phenomenon.
But so I end. But Dana's yeah she's yeah I think that I don't do that with any other guest anymore because I don't
Yeah.
have the rapport with them.
Yeah.
I don't know them that well to do it, but some I will. But it's like not as
Where do you find your guests?
most of them are female comics, or like
Yeah.
there was one who's like a girl I knew out there in LA, and she's just funny.
Yeah.
And I had her on a few episodes ago, and then everyone's been a comedian. There is another like a OnlyFans girl that I'm like, let me see. I don't want to have it. I don't want my podcast to be like where guys are like, there's hot girls on, let's watch.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be funny, and
Yeah.
and I know the girls are funny, so I want them to be comedians too. But you know, you have an attractive girl on every once in a while. It helps.
Yeah. For
You know?
sure.
So,
Hello,
but
you're
I don't
in
want
LA.
to.
That's the
Yeah,
whole vibe.
I don't want to have to like. But I want it to be entertaining. Like part of it is like the girls can banter back and forth.
Yeah.
You have someone who's boring on it. It's like, I had one girl who's dabbling in stand up and she was on, but it was tough.
Yeah. It's hard
You just
when you
have
have
to
a
edit.
guest that you're like pulling. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't have to edit it. Like that's unless
Yeah.
you say friend's name.
Well, also then I didn't realize how
Embarrassing shit
young
they
she
did
was
in
on.
middle school.
It's okay. They should know that about you.
For sure. For sure. What is like the pinnacle of comedy for you? What's your ultimate goal?
I guess just keep doing this, but like with more money,
Yeah.
like to where I can move back to Fort Lauderdale.
Would you put out another special?
Never again
Why?
until there's a demand.
Right. But
Well, I mean, I put out like something 30, and it's like whatever. It wasn't even that great, and it's just like there's no point. It doesn't do anything for you unless there was like a fan base that was like, if I was gonna put something out and it was gonna get millions of views, then yeah. But like otherwise, just I get more from just putting clips out
yeah, well you're
and
really
then
good.
saving your material for like when it matters.
Yeah.
There's just really no point. I think that game's done. Even when the guys had a couple of our friends had specials come out on Hulu recently, I feel like I didn't do anything for them.
Yeah.
Like they
It's
get more
hard.
from their podcasts. Just
There's
blowing
just
up.
so much competition. It's
Yeah.
so
And it's
difficult.
like almost what's the point? Like people are just gonna criticize Theo's special. Why
Yeah,
does he
but
even put it out? Like he doesn't need to. He's so famous and people love his podcast. It's like just sell out, do a show. Who cares? Why even put out a special? If
you
you're not
have
Bill
to stay
Burr,
relevant.
he is from podcasting.
I know, but like the
And
more you do, the
movies.
more people talk about you.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like if you're like, if it's your Nate Bargatze or Bill Burr or you know, these guys who are so like prolific at comedy that do it, but it's like, is this gonna even benefit you?
Yeah.
Like if Matt Rife put out a special, why? Is it gonna benefit you? Or
Yeah.
people are just gonna criticize? You're already selling out
What
arenas.
if people criticize?
Just keep doing the clips.
Yeah, but let
And
people
now he's
criticize.
gonna be. I mean, come on, the guy's gonna be in Marvel movies in a couple years.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think it's necessary. I just don't think it's necessary. It's not gonna like you're not gonna not grow. You're already in. You're in.
Yeah,
You're in
but,
this.
like-
You're in the machine.
But like, could you say that about Kim Kardashian? Like she has just kept going, and she could have stopped.
But if
Could've been
she
like,
put
"I'm
out
good."
something that would not, she's not so. But she's not putting things out. She's keeping going in things that are gonna benefit her. But if she's gonna put something out that can make her lose momentum in a way, she wouldn't do it. Like if she was like, oh, I'm gonna try to act in a television show,
She's doing that.
but she's a reality show,
No, but she's acting in a television show.
like a scripted show.
Yeah. What's his name? The guy that did Glee. He does the thing with Sarah Paulson,
And
it's
she's
not
gonna
going
try to
anywhere.
act,
She did it. It's happening.
and it's gonna
It's
get
been filmed.
highly criticized.
I don't know yet. I don't even know if it's come out, but I'll watch. I'll see. But
It's not a scripted reality.
correct. It is an actual film television show by.
Wow.
And can you think of his name?
I gotta see this.
Yeah. Yes. Welcome to Pop Culture World.
Wow, but
Yes.
so then it may I guess, but isn't she like unstoppable to get her? I mean, she's
No.
huge.
I feel like that's even harder. Look at like when she was on SNL. I feel like she got criticism.
Well, yeah, at least SNL's just like oh, who's big right now, the host, and they don't,
Yeah.
and people kind of don't expect you to be good at it.
You think?
Yeah, unless you're like a comedian or an actor.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool, like oh, Justin Timberlake's on, we're gonna watch. We
Well,
know he's
Justin
great.
Timberlake's funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
like, if it's someone on and you're like, well, we don't like when they had like, Trump or someone who's like a political person. You're like, oh, this will be interesting,
Yes,
but they're not gonna be good at it.
that's
You're
true.
just it's gonna be funny to watch. It's kind of like behind the scenes. You're like it's like making your friend like do the scene for me.
Yeah.
So that's funny
Yes.
because they're not gonna be good at it. So I
Yeah.
think maybe that's what the thing is with SNL. If it's not an actor
Yeah.
or comedian, you're like it's fun to watch
And it's
someone like
fine.
us
Yeah.
that can't do it. They're not talented. Let's watch them try.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. And it's like,
Oh,
fun.
Elon's
Yeah.
on. This is fun. Let's watch
True.
him. It's good. It's not
Excellent
going to be good.
example.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But it's like let's see him watch him try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. Okay.
So,
It's not our thing. But yes. So Kim Kardashian.
but yeah, I
does
guess
it
you're
all.
right. They can put out specials and it's not going to hurt them.
Okay.
You're right. If there's
If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
yeah, I don't. I just wonder is like what does it do for them?
It sounds like you're
Unless
very
they're-
happy in what you're doing now and it's thriving.
I would do it
So,
if
like,
I could get. Yeah, I just need to just keep going
Yeah.
and get
You've
to a
only
point.
been doing this for 15 years. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, that's a very long time, but
It's his baby compared to the rest of the world.
100%. You have done amazing things in 15 years.
Yeah. See, I told you guys.
Yeah.
I've done amazing
Yeah,
things.
he did it. He made it. I have some quick fire questions for you.
Fire questions.
All right. Okay. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. What's a joke that always kills?
Like, do it.
No. Well, yeah, do it.
The one where I say women can't have kids when they get older because they're harder to be around.
Kids or women are harder to be.
Women can't have kids the older they get because they're harder to be around.
Who's harder to be around, the kid or the woman?
The women. That's why they can't have
It's a
kids.
good joke.
Sorry.
The best jokes are the ones you have
Sorry.
to explain.
Well, sometimes you bomb. Yeah, like I mean, all the jokes, most of the jokes I do always kill.
Bet.
The
right?
the like there's a handful that always will, but then that's boring.
Yeah.
If I know how it's gonna end, what's the point?
Okay. True.
It doesn't fulfill.
Yeah.
Bad first question.
Okay,
It's not your
sorry.
fault.
And the
I'm just
quickness
kidding.
of
I'm just
this,
kidding. Sorry,
it's
sorry. I'm
okay.
ruining your
Say
segment.
it. Look, I can handle it. What's the most awkward thing a fan has ever said to you after a show?
You don't have to talk like that anymore. Like some old lady, she's like, why did you talk? I think I talked about pooping or something one time, which I don't. But like, she's like, don't do that. And I was like, get out of my face. And she goes, no, you listen to me. She goes, I know you're smarter than that. Don't do it. And I go, lady, I don't care. I'm not doing this with you right now. She goes, don't talk to me like that. I go, don't come in by my face and tell me how to do my job. She was like 70.
It's
We're like
amazing.
arguing. This is in Vegas. And I'm just like, get out of my face.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. What's your biggest ick on a first date?
Well, they can't smoke.
All right, good. That was a good one. You're bombing. The room's silent. What's your go-to recovery move?
Well, I guess you guys don't like me, huh?
True.
Like, I just
It's
call
good.
it out and just
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, where did I go wrong? Maybe I should have stayed home tonight, huh?
Have you ever just wanted to quit early and been like, I'm gonna go, see myself out?
There's been times where I'm like, I don't want to do an hour.
Yeah.
But like, I'm never going to bomb anymore. It's too long. Like I could get out,
Right.
I could make fun of myself. I could definitely not have a good set and not connect at all. But then I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I guess this will be my last show ever.
Yeah.
And that's going to get a lot. Like,
Thank you
it's so
for
easy
seeing
to
my
like,
ending. Yeah.
all right, thanks for making me want to go buy a rope later.
Yes. People
Cool.
love self-deprecation.
Yeah, it's very easy to get out of a bomb at least, or just call it out.
Yeah.
You know,
What's one comedian you would never want to follow on stage?
I followed them all, but Donnell Rawlings. I don't know if you know who he is.
No.
He's Chappelle's good friend. He sucks the energy out.
Oh.
He's really hard to follow. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be hard to follow like Chappelle because like of who he is, but he doesn't kill like the way like Greg Hahn, the guy
Yeah.
last night. Like he's gonna. It's people who suck the energy out of the crowd.
Yes.
It's very hard. It doesn't have to be like a famous person, but like when they can suck the energy out, you're just like, whew. Oh, there was a great comic, Eric Myers. He's passed away, and he was from Florida, and he actually was on my show back in the day when there was this little club called Fort Lauderdale Comedy Club, and it was like a hole in the wall. And I remember I brought a bunch of people out. I had like 100 people come out, and he was on the show. And I remember I got off stage, and he was on, and people were like, who is this guy? And he was one of the hardest killers ever. Big
Wow.
drinker, but he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that was a guy who would be like, make you nervous to go up after him.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who Cam Patterson.
Okay. I don't know what that
He
is.
just got SNL, and
Oh.
he was from Tampa, and he came out of Florida, and he was living in Austin. And when I was in Austin like 3 years ago, people were like, "Yo, you got to check out this kid. He's like 2 years in, he's unbelievable," and like he's going up before you, and I had never seen him before, and he went up, and he started murdering, and he's like a black comic from Tampa, and he's like, "Man, I'm from the streets," and just talks. It's
Yeah.
almost like he doesn't even have to joke. He's murdering, and I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" I'm like getting a little like nervous, and I went up and I just didn't have. It was like a whatever set. Like the motherfucker made me nervous,
Yeah.
and he within 2 years blew up, and he's on
Amazing.
SNL.
Who was the most surprising celebrity that's ever DM'd you?
Um, Diplo or Aaron Paul,
Nice. Those are good ones.
but like DM me back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you reached out and they DM'd
yeah,
you
yeah.
back. This is not a quick fire question, but what is the correlation between daiquiri bars and comedy clubs? Is this just a Florida thing? Like
Yeah.
outside the West Palm Improv, there was Fat Tuesdays and you had to walk in. And last night there was a daiquiri bar that you had to walk in to the club.
Really?
Yes. All the machines.
Oh yeah. Okay. So then in the West Palm one, there used to be like this something blues next to
Like
the one
House of
in.
Blues, yeah.
There's one connected to the Dania or the Doral one, the
But
Miami
what's the
Improv.
thing with that? Like what daiquiris and comedy? Like,
I don't know if it's Dacre, but like Levity owns Improvs,
okay.
so it's
Oh,
and so then I think they were trying to partner with this company that would have the bar and restaurants next to them.
okay.
It might be something like
So it's
that,
a
but I
thoughtful
think it could
decision.
be only the Improvs though.
It seems very odd.
Yeah,
Okay. Last question
Florida
before we
thing.
wrap. If you could relive one night in your career, what would it be?
It's a good question.
Thank you.
Um, stand up question or anything.
Any night in your career, anything.
Man, there's a few.
Give me one.
I'd want to redo some showcases.
Okay.
Like I did not perform well when pressure was on, and I don't think I ever have, and that's why I don't like to. And I'm just like, there's no reason to put pressure. This is
Yeah.
supposed to be fun,
Yeah.
but when you're starting out early on, they have these like showcases where people are watching, and they're like, all right, you're showcasing for Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, and you're like, and you think it's gonna change your life, and it
Yeah.
just doesn't. And every older guy goes, it doesn't matter. But like I would just never have a good set for those things because I'm like, man, if this could change my life.
Your answer says so much about you, by the way.
You know what I
Because,
mean?
like, I was expecting you to be like, there was this amazing night. I did my set. It was incredible. People were like dying laughing. You took it to like, I could have done this better, so I went
Oh
and did
yeah,
it. And that's like, you're a
yeah.
hustler. You really
I was
are.
like, yeah. I was like, maybe it would have. It might have. Listen, nothing will change where you're gonna end up,
Yeah.
but they could help it happen quicker, maybe. And then probably would like to go hang out with Eminem one more time again.
You hung out with Eminem.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to hear about that.
Um, it was in 2019, and we were in Detroit, and I was with Chris, and he had gone viral for doing an impression of him, and it got to Eminem, and he retweeted it, and then his people hit up his people and was like, wants to meet you when you're in Detroit, and then I was like, let's go. I was so excited because
Yeah.
he was like, in a weird way, an influence,
Yeah.
because he was very comedic with his writing and rap. I think he was one of the first rappers I've ever seen who was comedic,
True.
and then he like also the underdog story
Mm-hmm.
of like, you know, it being so hard to do that, and then so I don't know, and in so many other ways it's an influence to he inspired me.
He's an icon.
And then we went to 8 Mile off of Detroit, and we went to his studio, and I was in first, and I saw him, and I was like, you guys go first, and it was like me, Chris, and our other buddy, and then in there was Eminem, his buddy, and his two managers, and we were sitting down, and we went in, and we just sat down and started chopping it up for like 2.5 hours talking about rap. And I remember like he was a little like I felt like he was nervous because like we're comics, and and he would like do these overly like uncomfortable laughs, like oh, that's so funny. And like I remember I got the biggest laugh. I remember we left and I go, dude, I got the biggest laugh, and like going like that, like but we were talking about like rap and how he wrote, and I try to remember it because I don't want to forget it.
Yeah.
Because it was very cool talking about who inspired him. I was like, do you listen to all like rappers? He goes, I know everything. I'm listening to all the rappers. And I was like, do you know him? And he's like, yeah, sounds familiar. And then he would tell us about his writing, like his book. If he lost his notebook, nobody would know what it means.
Wow.
Because he would write his punchlines on one section. It'd just be like random punchlines. And then verses he's thought about would be A, B, and C. He had like an A, B, and C. Verses would be over here. I forgot what the third thing was, but like they were never together. So he didn't have a song written. He would just know that he could take from here, here, and here and connect them to create the verse. But nobody, if they ever found this book, would know what to do with it. They wouldn't know what that line or what that line goes with.
Yeah.
And then his inspirations of rap and the fascinating story was like, I was always fast paced and would rap hard. And then Redman, I don't know if you remember who Redman was with Method Man.
Yes.
When I first was coming up, Redman's like, you're good, but he's like, you don't have to rhyme words with words that rhyme with words. He's like, you could rhyme, and I forgot the example he was, you could take like ATM machine and refrigerator and change the cadence or inflection of what you're saying to make it sound like it rhymes. And he goes, that changed my life. And that's what Eminem became the best at doing. So it's like, oh, I could rhyme anything with anything if I just go like orange and then like saying another word with the inflection that makes it sound like that, and then rhyming his last word of the lyric with like rolling it into the first word of the lyric, like just like the science behind it was fascinating.
He's
and I was
just
like,
such a genius.
Genius.
What a
It's
story to end
unbelievably
on,
genius.
Michael
Yeah.
Lenoci.
Yeah, I get chills just talking about it. Like it was unbelievable, like how genius the writing is with some of these rappers. You're like, which was so like taboo for a while because people thought it was just like ignorant gangster stuff, and it's like, dude, these guys are like,
oh, you're preaching. Hello, I think like Tupac was one of the greatest poets of our time.
Yeah, I was a Biggie guy.
I mean, I was until my later years, until my adulthood, when I grew up, and I was like, no.
I liked his flow better, but Tupac's probably better.
Listen to
like
the words of his song.
Yeah, it's like, you know, Kendrick and J. Cole now. I'm a big J. Cole guy.
Yeah, I mean Drake, but yeah, you know.
He's Michael Jackson. He's pop.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
We have to wrap.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Where can people find you? Where can they find the podcast?
They know.
Find your touring.
They know how to find people. That's what I always say on my podcast. I'm like, if they want to, they know how to find you.
Yeah.
You have the name.
Yeah.
You use social media.
What about your touring dates?
This is my last two. I don't have any after this. I have to.
Well, you will have in the future. So
I will have to. If I do, I have to like book some more for next year. For the rest of the year, I'm just doing dates with my buddy Rick Glassman.
Amazing.
So, but my YouTube's Michael Lenoci, and we should date. You should watch it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you, Pam.
And thank you all for listening. I'll see you in the next one.
See you later, housewives. Come holler.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Shut Up, Tell Me More. You can find us on Instagram at Shut Up, Tell Me More. Remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, go to the show page and click the follow plus sign. If you listen on Spotify, click the follow button. You can also find us on YouTube. You'll automatically receive new episodes as they come out, as well as updates. Doing this also helps me algorithm land, so thanks in advance. Lastly, give me a 5-star review, and I'll be so grateful. See you in the next one.